Hey guys, it's Jacob, and today I'm bringing you a video I've wanted to do for a while now, but I decided now, with the release of Modern Warfare 4 soon coming, it would be a great time to explain every way in which I believe Call of Duty and Activision could learn from Assassin's Creed franchise and how they managed to pull a dying series out of its inevitable grave and release a truly enjoyable and exciting game that was met with tremendous reviews on release. If you do enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing and tell me what you'd like to see compared to Call of Duty next. Alright, with that all out of the way, let's go over how Call of Duty has done since its creation back in 2003. When the first Call of Duty came out, it was released by Infinity Ward and was met with pretty good reviews with the 9.3 on IGN. This theme continued throughout the series, releasing a new Call of Duty every single year from 2005 and staying around a score of 9, with the only notable dips being Call of Duty 3 with a score of 7.5 and Black Ops 1 with a score of 8.5 for what seems like no reason. Now, before anyone says anything, I know Call of Duty as a whole is still selling insane numbers, but that doesn't change the fact that there is a clear decline in ratings and the fan reception to all the new games that have been coming out. Other than the Zombies mode in Black Ops 3, which heavily impacted the rating, most of the new Call of Duties after Advanced Warfare have all been getting poor ratings, and that hate for the game is starting to rise. Now, don't get me wrong here, okay? I'm not just making this video to say COD is dying, or wow, you still play COD? That's kind of cringe, bro. Like, I still enjoy parts of the newer games, but I think there needs to be a change done to the series if Activision cares at all about the fans that eat up every single thing that they release. That's where Assassin's Creed comes along, which had a similar decline in ratings, but somehow managed to bring back the fans and the good reviews. Okay, well, like I did before, let's start with the first game, Assassin's Creed. Okay, so it came out in 2007, and it was met with semi-decent ratings, and got an 8 on IGN. Next was Assassin's Creed 2, which got amazing reviews and a score of 9.2 and is most fans' favorite game in the series. After this, Ubisoft decided they'd start releasing a new Assassin's Creed every single year from 2009 all the way to 2015. Reviews stayed around 8.5 until the 2014 release of Assassin's Creed Unity, a buggy mess that got a mere 7.8 and was overall an embarrassment of a game on launch. It wasn't until later that the game truly began running smoothly. This showed that the game was extremely rushed and the yearly cycle that Ubisoft forced their game devs into wasn't working properly. And it was clearly too much to ask for a finished product. This wasn't the end of the cycle though, as then they released Assassin's Creed Syndicate just 1 year later. Not only was the game given a relatively poor rating compared to the previous games, its sales were also heavily impacted by the rushed launch of Unity and the poor fan reactions that said the game lacked any real creativity. This was the point where Ubisoft had to make the decision that would heavily impact how their games would be received from that point forward. They decided that the only way to truly revive their franchise from its inevitable death would be to put their yearly cycle on hold, give more attention to their other franchises like Rainbow Six and Far Cry, and let their game developers for Assassin's Creed take more time to figure out what they needed to make their game great again. Not only did this allow the devs to test out for more bugs, something Unity did not get, but it also allowed the devs to test out a new system of combat that was more rewarding and exciting compared to the usual hit and counter system that was in every single Assassin's Creed game since the first one. Enemy balancing was also introduced into the series, preventing the game from getting old as you beat the game. These were all met with tremendous fan reception, which was a clear sign, especially when it got a 9 on IGN. This wasn't just a lucky hit though, as the next game that came out the next year was called Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was by a different studio that makes games for Assassin's Creed, and was given a better rating, a 9.2, which hadn't been matched since Assassin's Creed 2, the game that most people say is the best in the series. Now, if you're wondering what this has to do with COD, here's my point. COD still has potential, okay? I know we all miss the glory days of Modern Warfare to BO2, but it's not completely hard to believe that with the proper amount of time given, COD could get its scores back up to at least a 9, maybe even reaching the scores of MW2 or Black Ops 2. Now, I know the reviews don't matter that much, but it's the point that if they can get the scores back up, it's probably going to be a good sign that the fans are going to start liking the games more too. Keep in mind, I'm picking apart the release cycle that is the best case scenario, which is around 2 years as long as Sledgehammer keeps making their games, which is, you know, a new thing ever since AW. Don't forget that Black Ops 4 was pushed to October to compete with Red Dead Redemption 2, a whole month earlier to compete with a game that was 8 years in the making. They could have easily used that month to collect feedback from their public beta and fix the numerous bugs plaguing multiplayer, Blackout, and zombies.
I can't even. As soon as I shot a shield, it crashed.
Once again, don't take this video as an attack on Infinity Ward, Treyarch, or Sledgehammer. In fact, this isn't even an attack on Activision. This isn't an attack at all, but I'm hoping that you have realized the biggest problem with the COD franchise, and if by the rare chance that an Activision rep sees this, maybe, I don't know, give your devs enough time to make a complete game. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos because some of them are bangers, if I may say so myself, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, yeah, he is. He's awesome.